Massive landslide, it's obviously unstable.
That is rough.
I'm on a mission to complete a triathlon from England to the summit of Mount Everest. Swimming, cycling and running my way to the top of the world. At 1,002 kilometres in, the journey has only just begun. But the challenges are mounting. Oh, the worst weather so far. Toughest day yet. And risks at every turn. Gotta get around this quick. That was the path. With over 11,000 kilometres still to go, this is just the beginning of the fight. But we will fight.
You in the mood?
I wasn't in the mood to go outside when it's pissing it down, mate.
You look miserable, mate.
Well, you ain't got to worry about it, have you? If I was you two right now, I'd be buzzing. The thought of like my mate having to go out and cycle for 9 hours will make me feel warm and fuzzy inside, you know.
We're looking good for being dry in an hour's time. There's a nice little gap between all the rain.
That's a bit nice, isn't it?
Once again, the day starts with it absolutely pissing it down. Whoa, it's like we're mountain biking. This is meant to be a cycle track. Absolutely fantastic. Eventually, I found my way back to a road, but the problems didn't stop here. Nothing worse than cramp on the rainiest days of life. With 80k still to go. Now.
It is f***ing miserable here. You happy, boy?
No, it's the wettest day I've ever cycled in.
Whatever.
Yeah, I might as well just jump in the river. Never mind, literally walking through a forest. This, I've done 2k, this is the path.
That's hilarious.
That was the path.
Back to the rain.
Back to the rain. Extra 2 layers of waterproof. I pressed on, battling the elements. This had been the toughest, wettest day on the road yet. Soaking! My luck couldn't change fast enough. For the first time in 7 hours, I can see a bit of blue sky. What a way to finish the day. 6 hours of downpour, beautiful sunset to finish. Oh.
Tough day.
Yeah, toughest day yet. An hour detour in the morning, 6.5 hours of torrential rain. Oh.
How many Ks is that?
140k. Woo. 140k. Oh, yes, boys, look at that.
What you got?
Hopefully, by the end of today, we'll just cross into Austria, across the Austrian border, following the Danube all day. So, looking forward to following that river, it's gorgeous.
Got any Danube butts?
It's big.
The longest river in Europe? Question mark.
Question mark.
Danube's the second biggest, to be fair. No, sorry, the Danube is the longest river in Central and Western Europe, but technically not all of Europe because that Russia kind of, no, well, you know. Yeah, Danube. We're now on the Danube until Vienna.
Limitless, the Blue Danube special.
Yeah.
Cue music.
Ow, 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 ow. I was buzzing to be cycling alongside the mighty Danube. Flowing through 10 countries and a length of 2,860 kilometres, this beautiful river is a vibrant haven for over 300 bird species and other wildlife. And importantly, it means flat-ish compared to the last 5 days. Oh. This is very rare. I'm so glad you're capturing this.
What's tomorrow?
After about 860k in 6 days, tomorrow is stretch, let my ass heal, try and find a cold bath somewhere.
But it's a rest day, right?
It's a rest day. Yeah. Really happy so far.
Wicked. Well, time to leave Germany and cross into country number 4?
France, Belgium,
well, England,
Germany.
France, Belgium, Germany.
Technically into number
country
5.
number 5. Not bad.
You good boy.
Time to go for a cycle, mate.
With Buddy in the back, we sped off along the Danube, and it wasn't long until we hit our next country. Me and Buddy just crossing over the German-Austrian border now. That was a long week. There's the Danube, beautiful. The vibes weren't quite as celebratory back at camp.
How you doing, Marius?
Not good stump.
How would you describe the happy camper vibes?
It's quiet, and it's quiet because you and I go quiet when the things go wrong, I think.
100%. I managed to crash at extremely high speed into a tree, about 0.5 mile an hour, and cracked Mitch's window.
Oh, it's so fucked. Yeah, smashed the window, and it's not like a normal window of a car where you might think it's like £100-200 to repair. These camper van windows cost thousands. And also this camper van is very unique because above 6 foot we aren't insured. So Stan decided, we'll not take out every other window which is below 6 foot. He went for the 8 foot window.
Yeah.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, we're launching a Patreon.
Support. Hello, buddy.
Hello, buddy. Good. Good boy.
Good jump.
Look how gorgeous that is, mate.
Beautiful.
Germany down the valley. 125k.
That will do. What's the plan now?
Rest. Stan, no. If it pisses it down, am I now going to get soaked because of you?
No, you're not. It's all good. There's 2 layers, luckily. 2 layers of window. Yeah. So you're not going to get wet.
Always half full, never half empty, eh, bud?
How would you describe morale over the last few days?
Overall good. Yesterday was definitely the lowest day, just because the sores were the worst and drenched for like 7 hours straight. Today was better because I knew I was going to have a rest day, so it was much better. But overall, as good as I expected, mate, yeah.
Genuinely?
Yeah, genuinely, because I'm just see every day as a victory, you know what I mean? Like, still scared that something's going to happen, some click, some injury, and then you're like, F***. But I was going to be massively optimistic if I managed to get across the channel. I was always going to be filled with like just raging hope, you know what I mean? So, how are you feeling?
For me, we're in a period at the moment where a lot of stuff there's a lot in flux and absolutely nothing is guaranteed yet. So that's quite scary.
What do you mean, like visas and that kind of stuff?
Visas, and also like I think people forget, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Like we're nowhere near fully funded.
No.
That's by no means a guarantee. We'll have to fight hard to see this thing through to the end.
But we will fight. Knowing that there are obstacles I can't control can make the road feel longer, every mile a bit tougher. But each pedal forward is one step closer to proving what's possible, and it reminds me of what the mission is really about. Guys, this expedition's not just about breaking records. As you'll see very soon, it's also about wildlife and nature and shining the light on amazing causes. Just cycling past a giant salmon right now. To be fair, I've never been inside a salmon before. Hello, salmon! We've got ourselves a big salmon! After whatever the hell that was, we pushed on to camp. Me pedalling, body getting absolutely drenched in the trailer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful morning it is. What's the weather report?
Touch wood. It's 5-6 days, no rain, just sun.
Imagine.
But that'll be a false report because we'll be 140k away. Considering we'll be in Budapest by in 4 or 5 days.
What does that mean for Buddy?
So once we reach Budapest, the motorhome now has to be returned. I think we're going to have to unfortunately say goodbye to Bud. It would have been nice to take him a bit further, but it just makes sense. He was never coming past Europe anyway because of the dangers, especially with what's going on at the moment. It's just not safe. It's not safe, and as much as I want him to be part of it, we're not putting him at risk. That's the main thing. But he was always going to be on our morale for the first few weeks. An extra bit of weight to pull, but also an extra bit of morale for everyone.
Where are we ending up today?
140k to Vienna today. Vienna's the first kind of milestone that I had in my head. Properly halfway across Europe then.
Let's go get it.
Yeah. Thinking about moving on without Buddy is strange. He's more than just a travel partner, and leaving him behind will be harder than most roads ahead. Talking about roads ahead. This isn't the best sign. Landslide. I particularly don't like that bit there. We're gonna have to box around, see what happens. Genuine landslide. Let's get around this quickly. Because it's obviously unstable. I do not want to be caught in that. Landslide conquered, just another obstacle down. And then, finally, Vienna. A city steeped in history and music all centred on the mighty Danube. From Mozart to imperial palaces, it's a place that feels alive with the past. I made it through the city and found a quiet spot next to the river to catch my breath. Danube at its most beautiful, sunset, castle and boat.
Oh dear.
Oh, lovely sunset video turned into the best crash I've ever had.
You okay, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. Ish.
Hell of a day this, eh?
It's a long day.
Whoa!
You let yourself out!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Mate.
It's my first serious one.
That is rough.
What a day.
Oh, he's copying you. That's so cute.
Tell me you got that.
Yeah.
2 crashes and a landslide in one day, and now I'm pedalling in the dark without lights. Not the smartest move, but I'd make it to camp somehow. That hour in pitch black was scary.
Oh my god,
No
and
street lights.
you had no lights at all.
I had no lights and no street lights.
Could
My
you-
night vision got good. 150k.
That's a fairly decent effort, mate.
That's a big day. It's a big day. Good boy. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go and clean up, get that done.
But mate,
And
I
then-
mean, according to our completely arbitrary planning, first half of Europe is done.
It's not bad. Congrats, sir. We've done well.
Morning, Mitch.
Good morning.
We are off
We're
to
off.
visit a wildlife sanctuary.
Our first wildlife sanctuary. As people will come to find out, this is more than just a stupid, crazy mission. It's about shining the light on as many amazing wildlife places as we can at the same time. So today's the first one, a wildlife and bird sanctuary, which rehabilitates and rescues mostly the birds of prey and other small animals. So yeah, it's going to be nice.
Why are you doing that?
Because it's our planet, and because without it we're nothing really. And since I can literally remember, since I was a boy, I've just been obsessed and fascinated with conservation, with animals, with the natural world, and that's why I studied it in college. That's why I've worked in zoos, many other places before my time in the military and stuff. And it's just so important to show the world how beautiful our natural world is.
Nice.
Okay, you guys, I'll see you at the sanctuary. Yeah.
Yep.
We love you lots. This mission isn't just about the journey. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because wildlife conservation has been a lifelong passion of mine. It's why I'm raising money for SABSIM and why we're here today. Hey guys, we're in Haringey in Austria at one of our first animal rehabilitation centres, an owl and birds of prey centre. Hopefully this will be the first of many along the route to showcase some amazing places which help animals out around the world.
Sigrid,
Hey,
yes,
Mitchell.
you're Mitch. Hello,
Nice to meet you.
thanks.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Thank you for having us. Thank
Yeah,
you so
yes.
much. It's
Yeah, you're welcome.
It seems like a lovely place.
Yeah.
A bit more up and close and personal with the bearded vulture here, guys. The largest of the 4 species of vulture native to Europe. Beautiful birds. Being reintroduced back into Austria. They used to be common, but now they're extinct.
Yeah, we have some of them left here
Yeah.
because they are very rare genetic lines and they have to stay in the breeding program.
Yeah.
So this one goes to France in the
So this is going to
Next
France
days
to,
now.
to another breeding program
Yeah,
to continue the
that's
line. It's amazing.
so they have a wingspan from almost 3 meters.
Yeah. Give you a bit of context. This is the wingspan of the bearded vulture, like we just seen.
I can't even fit it all in
You
frame.
can't fit it in them. So we've got about 5 Eurasian eagle owls in here, guys. Used again for fostering young eagle owls, but the largest species of owl.
So how does that work? What is fostering?
When we get a young one from somewhere outside because he lost his parents maybe, then we give them to this pairs here inside. They raise them and then when they start flying, they can go out here and come back and get food anytime they want. So
And did you say that the foster owls can't fly anymore?
no. And they have very heavy injuries on their wings and so they cannot fly anymore. That's why the cage is open.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we've got a breeding pair of Ural owls, second largest breed of owl. And they're also extinct in Austria.
So we have 12 pairs.
Amazing. 12 pairs of Uralaus, guys, and you imagine how important that is. A species that was extinct, 12 breeding pairs in one centre like this. Can you imagine how much that's going to do for the reintroduction back into the wild?
I mean, this might be too broad a question, but how long does it often take to bring a species from extinct status to, say, endangered status?
Naja, in the bearded vulture, Hans, how long did it take?
And you have to release for at least 10 years
Yeah.
until you have a success.
At least 10 years. That's incredible. So we need more places like this. We need lots more places like this. Are there many more in Austria? How many?
It's the only
How many?
one. In this size, it's the only one. And with this method to raise juveniles coming from the wild, we avoid imprinting on men. It's dangerous.
Yeah, we were just
Imprinted
talking about
birth,
exactly. Imprinting is just when an animal essentially forms a bond with a human at birth. It happens with lots of species, but birds in particular form a really strong bond. So it's really important, especially with birds, to rear them with their own kind, with foster parents. That way they're not going to be attached to humans, they're not going to be reliant on humans, and it means they're much more likely to survive in the wild. He's definitely not keen on them.
Why is this rock moving?
Imperial eagles, sometimes they look very similar to golden. Beautiful, beautiful species. Are these ones also some of them wingless or flightless?
They are also injured.
Also injured, yeah. You can see the one in the corner actually is missing its right wing. It's got a pair of Cinnamon vultures here. They're very eagle looking if it wasn't for the bald heads. It's quite a telltale sign of a vulture.
Why do they have bald heads?
That's a good question, do you know?
I do.
It's to do with eating.
So they can get their head in without
in
getting
and
their
out of
feathers
carcasses. Because obviously vultures are pretty much scavengers. This is the bald ibises.
But it's a little bit difficult to reintroduce them because they are migrating birds and they do not know the migrating route by themselves, so you have to tell them.
How would you show a bird the migration route?
They fly with the small planes.
They follow the small planes?
Fly with them over the Alps into the south and
That's
show
amazing.
them the route. Yeah.
So they literally remember the migration route that they once took, which is pretty cool. Good times. We've got ourselves some beautiful mealworms, guys.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Full of protein. Maybe I should be eating some of these.
Yeah, you probably should actually.
So this golden eagle was confiscated from a falconer because he was teaching it how to hunt dogs, because further down the line they were going to try and use the golden eagle to hunt wolves. So he was confiscated and now he's living his life out here. Places like this are so important because mainly their internal breeding programs are just so important to getting extinct and vulnerable species back into the wild. And if it wasn't for places like this, species would really struggle. Places like this sanctuary are rare, doing some of the most important work out there. People like Hans and Sigrid have dedicated decades to protecting wildlife, but they can't do it alone. To truly make a difference, we need to support places like this and help them continue to fight to preserve what's left. Today gave me a fresh wave of inspiration to keep pushing on. Now, let's end the day with one last border crossing. An extra country we didn't even realise we were going through. Crossing from Austria into Slovakia now.